And we're live.
We're live. Hello.
Oh god,
So-
the background music is way too high. There we go. Let's lower that so it's not overpowering you.
Yo, it looks so good. The fucking power wash in the background looks so funny.
I love it. I love it.
So, do you want to say hello to everybody, or do you want me to say hello to everybody?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I blame you. This is your fault.
How's this my fault?
You're like, I want to do you should do a podcast. I want to do a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think podcasts are fun. I think they can be enjoyable. You expressed interest in doing it. I expressed interest in doing it. And instead of letting you fuck around and find out, I was like, hey, let's do this right now and just get out of the way. Let's rip off the Band-Aid.
Can't believe you've done this.
I
Such
can't believe
horseshit.
you've done this.
Can't believe you've done this.
You were like, I want to do a podcast. I was like, hey, we could make this happen.
Well, I said I want to do a podcast, but I also said that I feel like I'd be so bad at doing a podcast.
Well, that's why you have me here, so you're not as bad doing it. We're bad together.
Anything
We can
you
be
can
both
do, I
bad.
can do worse.
For real.
Oh, good.
So, in preparation for today, like I had already shown you, but everybody listening in, we have some talking topics. I think the first and easiest one to start off with is Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
Because you could probably talk about Marvel Rivals for hours. I could talk about the MCU for hours.
I mean, I could do both easily.
You mean both?
Both, yeah.
Both.
Both, yeah.
There's no L in both.
Both, yeah.
I'm gonna kill you.
Good luck, motherfucker.
What do you mean, good luck?
Good luck. Good luck
Oh my
trying.
fucking God.
Oh.
I don't need good luck trying.
Yeah, good luck trying. For everyone, I guess, tuning in, what the fuck? This is a test podcast. If there's any scuff, I apologize, because we kind of just went yesterday and we were like, fuck it, podcast.
Literally at 8 p.m. EST, it was like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah. Yep. And
Because,
now
you
we're
know,
here.
EST is the only real times it. Shut the fuck up. I knew you were going to start that. I was already saying the line.
Now we're here. Now we're here.
Ugh.
Now we're here. So yeah,
Guys, I regret this.
I regret you.
What does that mean? You didn't have me. I don't know how that applies here. What do you mean you regret me?
I am your
You're not-
mother. I am your mother. I made your
Is there a
model.
way for you to walk off set?
I mean,
Is there a door out of here? Can I
Sure,
actually
wait.
leave?
I could do this. I could do this.
Are you just gonna kill me?
There, did that work?
I don't know. What did you do? Oh, so you know, I have the stream, so that means any kind of delay that the stream has, I'm gonna see. I am just now off the camera. You just you in an empty chair.
I brought you back.
You know,
it's
this
okay.
it's a very visual gag if we ever make an audio format of this.
Oh shit. For
Hey,
any
that's fine.
audio
This is-
listeners, I made Matt walk off by like slowly like bouncing him over to the edge of the screen.
She just had me walk off stage left, guys.
Yeah. I mean, he asked if he could leave, so I let him.
I
leave.
did. I did ask for it, so I kind of got what I wanted. I succeeded.
Yeah, I succeeded too. I think it was pretty funny.
Just brings in surprise guest and just has them come on for the rest of the time.
Surprise guest Markiplier. I'd lose my shit. I'd lose my fucking shit, man.
So on today's episode, we actually have Jacksepticeye.
Yeah. Dude, Jacksepticeye, but his VTuber model's just like the little eye thing. That'd go so hard. But,
just sitting there staring at you.
Yeah. He's just staring. Oh, this so much. Sorry, the TV in the background is me writing some bows.
Yeah, I see that happening with the delay on.
Oh, that's way too distracting for me. Okay, so
it's
Marvel
distracting
Rivals.
for you.
Marvel Rivals.
Somebody get this bitch some jingling keys. So yeah, Marvel Rivals. It's fun. It's a good game. I like it. I didn't really care for Overwatch.
Yeah.
But this is fun.
Yeah, I had zero interest in Overwatch, even though I'm like a Blizzard bitch, grew up on World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Played a bit of Warcraft 2 or 3 growing up. I can't remember which one it was. And then I also played Diablo 2 growing up. Never had any interest in Overwatch.
I played StarCraft growing up. That was a big like RTS game that I was really into. And then I didn't play Diablo myself, I think, but my grandpa did. And he was actually how I played most of my like PC games as a kid. Like he's the one who gave me StarCraft 2 and like Dune 2000.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Both of my parents played World of Warcraft growing up. Even though we had shitty internet, WoW somehow still worked. I don't know how. They played World of Warcraft on dial-up.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did like 20-man raids on dial-up. The fact
just
that you
the inherent or I don't even know if it's desync or lag at that point. What is that called?
The latency.
Latency, that's the word. I can't think of words today.
That's all right. I got you. But yeah, I don't know how. The test. Yes, it is the test. Hello,
The test.
Hello, Val.
Hello, Raz. Hello.
But yeah, I've been enjoying the hell out of Marvel Rivals. I mean, I have way more hours in it than you so far. How
many hours do I have in it? I don't even know.
I would assume from how much we've played and stuff, probably maybe like 12.
I have 7.7 hours.
Oh wow, nice. Is that via Rivals or Steam?
Steam.
Okay.
Can the numbers be different?
Oh yeah. Because I think Rivals only counts like in lobby time. Because according to Rivals, I have like 120 hours, but according to Steam, I have 200.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I think it also does not count practice area time as well.
Have you played every character already?
I don't think so. I think there's some that I haven't, or some that I've only like touched for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Or accidentally transformed into as Loki.
Accidentally transformed into.
Yeah. Well, because there's actually a setting, and I eventually turned it on, but by default, Loki, like, it's whoever you're looking at, you'll transform into, and sometimes, like, a player will cross in front of you while you hit it, so you'll just transform into, like, a random person for your ult, but you can't actually turn on a setting where there's a confirmation, which has made my life so much better. Instead of just like, oh, I want to be Punisher. Fuck, I'm Spider-Man. I don't know how to play Spider-Man. Okay, well, there goes my ult.
Off topic, I see Val over there saying it's the MechaMatt. She's here, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hey, don't be mean. Val is great. We stand Val.
Val is great, but I'm still gonna be mean to her.
For those of you on Twitch, an ad starts in 1 minute and 5 seconds. I apologize ahead of time.
But yeah, Marvel Rivals is a lot of fun. I think I've played like all of 7 characters so far,
Hmm.
and I'm like, I need to learn another tank. I need to learn some more DPS because all I know so far is Iron Man and Star Lord, and I'm bad with Star Lord, but I'm decent with Iron Man. So I'm like, I need to play some more. But I've just been so distracted with so many other games at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I recently got back into Helldivers 2. My phone alarm is going off.
You bozer.
I forgot. Why is my phone alarm on? I turned it off earlier. Oh wait, that was
Also,
the 12:31. That's the normal one.
I want to know why when I set the chat to white, it's black. So let me go fix it so we can actually see chat.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it's not working down there.
I set it to white. I don't understand, man.
It's just Val. We don't need to see what Val's saying.
Oh, quiet. Quiet, you. Could someone say something so I can make sure that it was set properly?
Let's
I
see.
much appreciate. Not you.
What do you mean, not me? Get him out of here, Val. Get out of here. I'll replay. Yeah, Val's the next guest. The next host.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Every, just everyone's a co-host. They just all get cycled in.
Yeah. New co-host every now and then. Oh shit, ads.
Sad.
You like jazz?
Hey, at least the chat's white now instead of black.
Yeah, so you can see it.
Yeah, so it's visual. So yeah, Marvel Rivals. I don't think I've played. I think Overwatch is really the only other hero shooter I've played. I don't think Destiny counts in that regard, even though there is powers.
Mm.
And it's kind of weird because if you think about it, I haven't played many Marvel games in general. Like I played Spider-Man 2 on my GameCube back in the day, but it's just like I never played many superhero games. And it feels weird that it took until now till we actually got like a game like this where they're all fighting each other, Overwatch style. When did Overwatch come out? Like 2016, 2014?
A long time ago, man. I think the original Overwatch was like 2014.
Yeah, I think it was 2014 as well. So it's honestly weird how it took this amount of time before we got something like it. Honestly, I was thinking, why hasn't DC also done the same thing as well? Because they could easily do it.
Did,
They have.
but
Did
not
they
well.
did?
Yeah,
What was that called?
Oh god, what was it called? But it had a bunch of DC characters, but it also had like Shaggy and like
Oh, multiverses?
yeah, the multiverse game.
Yeah,
I
but that's
think
more
is
like Smash Brothers.
well, but still.
But yeah, I mean, even when that came out, it was like, why hasn't this been done before? Like Warner Brothers specifically has so many IP that they could work with,
Yeah, for real.
and Marvel. I mean, like I'm glad it came out now and that it's good rather than earlier and it be bad somehow. I don't know how it would have been bad, but
I'm just happy with the direction that they went with it. Where they focused more on, oh, you're gonna have fun instead of pushing like, any agendas or anything like that. Because I do think that is a failure of a lot of games where, like, yes, there are important things to preach about, but when I play video games, I want escapism, and I don't want the troubles of the real world to just be shoved into my face while I'm trying to escape the fact that reality kind of sucks.
I think the biggest thing in that regard is also. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I was gonna say. And I think Marvel Rivals does a good job of, like, making you feel like a superhero, while also letting you feel like a superhero, where you feel super overpowered sometimes, and then other times you're like, I am the weakest motherfucker, and I need to get stronger.
Yeah. I like how, so with most free-to-play games, microtransactions are just basically, they come hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I like how this game, it doesn't feel like it's being pushed to sell the skins.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Overwatch 2, it really felt like it was like the skins came first and then the game was an afterthought. But this, it feels like, oh, we want the game to come first, and then like, hey, you can also look cool at like in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did a really good job making a lot of the base skins just fucking phenomenal already, so you don't necessarily feel left out if you can't afford anything cool. But they've also made it possible to get some skins that look really good for free by just spending the time playing the game, which I also really appreciate, because like back during the wintertime, they had that free Jeff skin. All you had to do was play the Jeff minigame in order to get the stuff to get it. Right now they kind of have like a Chinese Lunar New Year going on, and you can get a Star-Lord skin based off of the Lunar New Year, and it goes kind of hard as long as his mask stays on. And with the new the battle pass, this first season, you could actually get a free Thor skin if you do some like the daily challenges and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't like the skin, but you can get it.
It's an option.
Yeah.
It's not a good one.
Yeah, it's beardless Thor, which is not.
It's babyface Thor.
It is babyface Thor. It looks like old comic book Thor. So he's got like the old weird ass helmet and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And he's got like the butt chin and no beard. Just it's not
Some
great.
Designs do not hit.
Yeah, it does not. But his base skin,
Well, I mean,
that's the best out of all of them. It's so good. Sorry.
He has a Thor 4 Love and Thunder skin, doesn't he? Right?
Yeah. Yes, he does have the Love and Thunder skin.
I just remember that. I was like, I don't remember Thor skins all that well. I just know I was looking at the shop myself. And I was like, hey, I'm just kind of curious what's in here. And I saw the Star-Lord Guardians of the Galaxy 3 skins, and I just thought those were really cool looking.
Oh, me and Joko both don't like the color combinations on the costumes.
I think it looks a little bit off, but I think it looks nice in general.
Yeah.
But that's probably just because the game. I don't know what. This game isn't necessarily cell shaded, but I don't know what to call the graphics for it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I find it aesthetically pleasing.
Oh yeah, 100%. Every location has looked nice.
It is gorgeous. Unfortunately, some PCs not a fan of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they go, they explode. Especially, there's one of the spider maps where it's constantly raining, and people with good PCs lag on that map because of like the rain.
Is that reported also? I don't know what is Marvel Rivals available on? Is it on all systems like PlayStation and Xbox?
I'm not sure, because I know
Because I wonder if that's a PC port problem. Which is weird to say because you'd think the PC would come first and then the consoles after, but I don't know.
I don't know. And also, something that doesn't help with the optimization of the game is the fact that all the buildings are destroyable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not all of them, but a lot of them have been, like, you can... I need to not be distracted by the background video. I need to not be distracted by the background video.
It's watching the background video.
Okay, but it was that clip from fucking Moon Knight where Jake, like, kicks over the fucking wheelchair.
Oh, I see it. I see it pulled up now. The background TV, guys, is a little bit too dangerous for the podcast.
Yeah, I might need to.
But I love it so much.
Not look. Okay.
It's been decent on PlayStation, I see Sephiroth says.
Oh.
So yeah, I wonder if that's specifically like a PC problem. I don't know why. I'm not that technical. I've always been an Xbox guy.
Well, I mean, like, the settings on the game is probably, like, optimized on it, but when it comes to PC, you choose your settings. And yeah. I think a lot of people will click the button that says performance, but that is not the button you need to click. You need to, like, adjust every setting manually. Don't hit the performance button. It's a lie.
It will just unperformance your computer.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not.
It doesn't specify what the performance is gonna be like. That just that it's gonna performance.
Yeah, it'll perform. Well, that's a question.
It's a lie by the government. By the government, Rasblade says.
That's funny. That's really funny.
This is all just a psyop test.
Yes.
How many people can we get to simp for Marvel characters that nobody's heard of?
I mean, they got me. They fucking got me, man.
Hey, I mean, I didn't know Cloak and Dagger existed before, and I'm a Cloak and Dagger stan now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for real. I was like, damn, Cloak and Dagger is the best ass. And then they're like, all right,
Malice.
bring in Invisible Girl.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, some of that Twitter art I've been seeing is like, oh.
It is so mind-boggling to be just sitting there like, damn, can it bounce like that? I've asked myself that many times when playing Invisible Girl. I'm just like, damn, are these physics real?
Video games imitating reality, who knows?
Yeah. So far, who's your favorite character to play in the game?
That's a good question. Because I've only played like how big is the roster? There's a 7 healers, 7 tanks.
37 to 39, I think, somewhere in there.
37 to 39. So I've only played 7 characters, so it's hard to say. Jeff was just dumb fun. Jeff, I can feel like I'm an irritating little prick when I shoot my little water gun and heal my teammates.
Yeah.
Thor was cool for the power fantasy because when you use his little chakra rings, I don't know what that power is called. I can't remember.
The Thor Force.
When you Thor Force, that's it. Thor Force was fun. It gives the power fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Iron Man was just fun because Iron Man felt like a more fun Pharah to me from Overwatch.
Yeah.
Because Pharah was the jetpack character in that game, but you had to actually manage your fuel.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like, it was not hard, I think, but it was manageable. And I think my favorite has to be either Iron Man or Jeff, because I just like the feel of those two characters so far.
Yeah. I played a little bit of Iron Man. I wasn't a fan of him. I think it's just the way he flies around. It's just not my style. It feels too slow somehow.
Yeah, he does have a very slow, floaty movement.
Yeah, which is like one of my biggest gripes about Storm is like how she slowly gets away to, die. Like whenever you're low health on Storm, I wish there was a button to just like drop to the ground really fast so that you could get closer to your allies, but there isn't. And it's frustrating because you'll just slowly float away trying not to die and then die.
Yeah, it is. It feels like there's a divider between characters who have movement tech and those who don't. And it feels like some characters that should have movement tech are slow if they don't use their movement tech.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, if I don't use Iron Man's B, his little dash with the missiles, I feel like I'm going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is odd, because his whole it's hard to balance a game like this because Iron Man is literally both power and speed at the same time almost. He's not a speedster, but he's still fast.
Yeah. I see what drives me insane is I think it's a big problem with a lot of the tanks is when you die and you have to walk 5,000 fucking miles to get back to your team. And if I'm playing someone Thor isn't too bad because you can swing your hammer and get some.
Groot's pretty rough in that regard.
But Magneto, you're just standing there with your arms behind your back, floating slowly towards your team. Like, damn, I hope I get there before they're all fucking.
I'll get there in
wiped.
3 to 5 business days.
Yeah, for real. It's so I wish that maybe if you're by yourself and you're far away from the battle, that there would be some sort of programming that allows you to move 10% faster or something small. But so it doesn't feel like you're taking 20 years to get back to your team, because that is one of the most stressful things, is to be trying to run back to your team, especially near the end of a game when your being there, not being there could turn
Overtime
the tide.
on the point.
Yeah. And watching the game end before you get to your team and you lose is like the worst fucking feeling, because you're just slowly making your way back and like seeing
It's
people die on
depressing.
your screen a mile away, and you're like,
It's all your fault.
I wish I could have been there to help you.
You shouldn't have died. You should have been better.
And then you go, GG, no heals.
No heals. With 10,000 healing from the local Jeff Main.
Yeah. One of my funniest GG no heals was when we had an entire team of supports, and we were just like, GG no heals.
There was that match we played where it was like 5 healers and one Wolverine. That was just crazy.
That was the funniest thing ever. That was canonically accurate Wolverine healing factor.
Like,
That
I
was-
know that I know that the game sometimes gives you like a good match and a bad match, but it's not as bad as like skill-based matchmaking from Call of Duty, because that is just a yo-yo effect. It is rough on Call of Duty. But for this, it legitimately feels like there's just generally more there's less one-sided matches. It's usually pretty fair, with the occasional stomping either that you perform or that the enemy team will perform on you.
Yeah.
That was just one of those average matches in the sense that like that wouldn't work in most other games. If you were to do some bullshit like that, it would just you would just be losing. But we actually ended up winning that. It was insane. It was just like, how did that work?
It was dumb, but it was beautiful. And that's one thing I've heard the people that basically the asylum seekers from Overwatch have said about
The
Marvel
asylum
Rivals.
seekers,
Yeah.
the refugees.
The refugees, yeah, from Overwatch. One of the biggest things they said is they don't want too much balancing, because when you make things perfectly balanced, then you
It's
kind of lose
stuck.
that fun, chaotic nature, and it's like, oh, they're playing this, so I'll play this specifically to counter them. Where
Yeah.
currently, where we sit in Marvel Rivals, we have the ability of, I mean, I could just try to do this a little better or do this specific thing on this character, and it might soft counter him, but there's no like, this person, they have this, so we need to have this character
Yeah.
specifically. And then that
It
just
feels
takes away their
pretty-
ability to play the game.
like, it doesn't feel like there's, I mean, there in a sense there is hard counters, but I feel like the hard counters can be negated by your own skill. Like, when I was playing Jeff for the first time, I was only 2 hours in, so this was partially just I didn't know how to deal with it. But Iron Fist and Star-Lord specifically could melt me. And I don't think that was necessarily because, like, oh, it's the rock, paper, scissors, Star-Lord's just going to kill Jeff. No, there's times where Star-Lord can shoot Jeff and they won't die. But it feels like if you're not careful, it's easy for one character to kill another character, but that doesn't mean there are hard counter.
When I was playing with, why is my brain not working? Why is my
Was it
brain not
Barry?
working? No, I was playing with, last night.
Oh, Hyper?
Yes, I was playing with Hyper. My brain kept saying Grid, and I'm like, it's not Grid! It's not Grid! I was playing with Hyper last night, and the enemy team had this Iron Fist, and he kept just coming into the back line, and I was playing as Namor. And I was like, alright, how do we deal with this Iron Fist? And someone was like, well, that's your job. And I'm like, how am I supposed to do it? Namor's like
Your
a long
job.
distance person, and he's iron fisting my ass. Like, I can't get him if his fist is up my booty cheeks. Like, I can get people far away. I can get a Spider-Man when I'm playing Namor.
Yeah.
I cannot get an Iron Fist that is up in my face, because I have like zero ability to do up close stuff.
Yeah.
Also, Power, hello. We are doing a podcast.
Hello, Power. We are talking about Marvel Rivals
Yeah.
right now. There's so many different characters. There's a lot of different play styles, and it's honestly pretty cool. Like, I don't know how. It's weird that Spider-Man works in this environment, or with the whole roster, it's kind of like, how do you make each character feel like their character in the movies or in the comic books or whatever media you find them from? Like, how do you make Spider-Man's web work? How do you make his swinging work?
Especially without it being broken too.
Yeah. And it's just like,
my dog whining.
oh, is that what that was? I thought that was a chair.
That was my dog whining. She probably heard someone talking and is like, I want to go see people. Let me go see people.
I heard a squeak and it sounded like something metal was like needed some WD-40.
You need to chill. Don't you huff at me.
The dog is not happy with the podcast. The dog is like, I'd rather have the attention toward me.
Yeah. Sorry for the interruption. Continue.
No, you're fine. I was just talking about Spider-Man. I was just like, it's weird how many different playstyles there are in the game and how they basically all work. I mean, I how many, like, is there a playstyle you think that you may not like the playstyle, but is there a playstyle you think doesn't fit in the game?
I can't think of one that doesn't fit because it's all about how someone can make it work. Everyone thought that Wolverine was a terrible character, but they just didn't understand how to play him. And now everyone they see a Wolverine, especially if they're a tank, and they're like, "Oh, fuck!"
Wolverine FNAF jump scare.
Yeah, for real.
I can't believe that leap is in the game.
It's great. It's beautiful. 10 out of 10. Love it.
I think when I saw that movie, I literally did like the soy jack pointing. That's the FNAF.
Yeah.
I was like, ain't no way they did that.
I love it. But I think it's all about whether or not you can get the character to work. In a lot of the kits that each character has, some of them are extremely difficult, which, like, I understand why they have the star system to rank the characters.
Yeah.
Because someone like Spider-Man is not a character that I personally would ever be able to do. But I've seen some people do some crack-ass shit with that character. And I've had to fight some annoying Spider-Men, especially the ones that are like, ooh, I'm going to swing myself this direction at Mach 10 and then yoink someone into the abyss. And then get out safely. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, touch some grass. Second of all, fuck you.
Yeah. It's crazy how much his punches do damage-wise. I don't know. It's like, how did that kill in 3 hits or 2 hits, whatever it was?
Oh my god. Oh, the good combo against that Jeff. I think I showed you that video of the, like, #1 Spider-Man guy.
Yeah, you did.
Holy shit, man. Like, he can just, like, skip across the ground as Spider-Man and just get across the map in, like, 2 seconds. It's crazy. I do think Oh, sorry. You go.
I was gonna say, I don't think I'll ever be that good with Spider-Man, like, ever. I think I will always be a low-tier Spider-Man player, which I haven't even played him, so I can't even say anything yet.
No. Same. I will say one of my favorite things about this game is the team-up abilities. I think that's a really really
those
nice
are so
feature.
neat. It's unique, because there's nothing like that in Overwatch. It's just like, oh, this character kind of complements this character, and that's about it. But the actual team-up system is fun.
Yeah, it's super nice, and it's supposed to change, like, every season, some of the team-ups, which I think is also really cool. So that means the game's gonna be ever-changing. So, like, I'm trying to think of some of my favorite team-ups right now. I really like the one with Atom, Star-Lord, and Mantis.
Yeah.
Where people can be revived. Oh my god, the Hela Loki Thor
The
one.
Hela. Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up right after that.
That one's crazy, especially since Loki can copy Hela, kill somebody, die, and then revive themselves. That is insane. I don't know if, like, that's, like, a glitch that they're gonna fix, but that's crazy. I mean, it's cool, but it's crazy.
Yeah, it's very funny. I mean, I like Hela's ult, but I don't know. I felt like it was a little hard. Not hard. What's the word? I feel like whenever I did my ult, I don't know if I just did them in bad spots, but I felt like everybody would just hide whenever I did my ult.
Yeah, when the
And I just
game first came out, no one like understood what to do, but now like with Thor, Hela, a lot of like the small area-based ones, as soon as they hear that audio, people just scatter. So then
scatter
it
and run
becomes
away.
like, so it just doesn't matter anymore. So at
Becomes a
this,
deterrent.
so at this point, it's kind of just starting to force using like combination alts. So like if you had someone who could like a group who could pull everyone together while you ulted,
Yeah.
so you can just slam them. Groot is honestly the best at pulling like a group together to just take down, because like the Groot Moon Knight combo is just broken, especially with how broken Moon Knight's ult is right now.
Yeah.
Do you know how broken
Moon
that
Knight's-
ult is?
I don't know how broken it is. I feel like every time I see Moon Knight's ult, I just kind of run away from it.
Right now, it actually deals double damage compared to what it's supposed to.
Oh, what?
After, because they fixed they like adjusted his stuff after the last like big update, and they increased the amount of fists that come down from like 10 to 14, and then they increased the radius of his stuff by like 5 meters. But each fist coming down is supposed to do 75 damage. It does 150.
Why?
I don't know, but it just melts. It melts teams, especially if they're not ready. And if you can get that Groot Moon Knight combo down, it's just a team wipe. There's nothing that
Crazy.
can be done.
That is just instant death.
I think that's enough damage at once, possibly. I could be wrong. Like Luna
That's the max DPS.
and Cloak and Dagger can actually be killed out of their ults.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and because I know Magneto can do it. I know that Iron Man can at least do Lunas. I don't know if they can do Cloak and Daggers. But I know Magneto can kill both of them out of their ults, and I think Moon Knight can if it's like right on top of them.
Still mad. Either whoever it was, Magneto or Strange, can just cancel Hela's ult with their shield.
Oh my god, Strange. Do you know how funny it is to be a Strange and having Hela and just like flying up to them with the shield?
Yeah,
and just
I was on the
staring
other side of
them
it.
in the
They just stared at me. I was like, "This is bullshit. My ult should go through that shield."
I got jump scared
I'm not
by a
go through
Strange
it, like-
once because of that, because I was Hela, and I was like doing my things, and then I turn and there's just a Strange right in my face, and it just scared the shit
And
out of me.
Strange is such a popular character. Like nearly every match I see is Strange, whether on our team or the enemy team. So it's like it's gonna happen. It's
gonna
bound to
happen.
happen. There's no avoiding it.
None. I do love Strange though. He has some of the coolest fucking skins in the game.
You teleported a whole team off a cliff, right? Wasn't that something you had done?
Not the whole team, but like 5
You got
out
5
of the
kills.
6. Yeah.
Crazy.
It was the fact that it even worked, I was losing my mind, dude. I was losing my mind. Like, holy shit, dude. Everyone's seen the TikToks. How do you fall for that?
There's still new players coming in probably. Like, there's still people like me who don't know that. I would run into it.
That was in comp.
Oh, that was in comp then? Yeah,
That
never
was-
mind. That's
that-
on them.
that
They're
was
bad.
in comp. That's why I was losing my shit, because like in quick play, you know what? That makes sense. Could be new people. That was in comp.
They're
Can't believe it. Oh my god. Comp last night with Hyper, our Strange teleported the enemy team to our fucking front door.
Why?
Because he fucked up, and then their Strange teleported behind us, so, like, we probably could have maybe won that round, but that, like, having enemies coming from both directions up our booty cheeks, like, completely just killed the flow of the battle.
I don't think I sent this to you. I think I might have posted it somewhere else. I think I might have posted it for your meme stream upcoming. It was a Twitter video I saw where Strange was like doing a little finger thing about it as if he was doing a portal, then turned back to his team and was like, shook his head no. Like,
oh
nuh-uh,
yeah,
I'm not doing it.
I have seen that. They're just.
Fuck, what do you mean no? What do you mean shaking your head no?
What do you mean nah? Dude, some of those memes are the best thing. So I'm in a girls server chat, and Kiki goes on rants about books in there a lot.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know Kiki Diki, they are a streamer over here on Twitch. And
I've seen them rant about books on on I think it was either Blue Sky or Twitter. They're like, this book killed my dog. What do you mean this just happened?
Yeah, they've been going on rants about books, but they started complaining about how there's the werewolf tearing the shirt off meme, and they're like, why is this always about like angsty teenage guys? And I'm like, let me show you one of the best memes out of Marvel Rivals, and it has to do with Wolverine, and it's either epic fails or the coolest shit ever. And it's Maroon 5 with that picture on, like, scenes of Wolverine from Marvel Rivals. And it's, like, the best thing. Animals like animals, moles. I just love it, because it starts off with the howl. And it's so funny to hear, like, the howl and then watch Wolverine, like, completely miss the person they were aiming for and fly off a cliff and die.
Yeah.
And then you have... the fucking werewolf tearing the shirt meme. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I saw a funny clip on, I think it was yesterday on Twitter, where it was like lore accurate Wolverine. Strange made a portal, and then they just kind of had him go through a comet on the sky. Mm-hmm. But then they edited it to where they did it for every map, so it looked like he was just constantly going through the sky on every map and just flying.
Oh my god.
It was really cool. I love video editing like that, where it transfers, where it shows what looks like it's a continuous shot, but it's just cut to make it look like that. I think it's so satisfying. And having it seen with lore accurate Wolverine was just icing on the cake.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so there's a streamer called Borger. But he's the guy who keeps doing crazy shit as Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But he did one where he was thinking with portals. It didn't do anything, but it was very funny to see. Where he put, like, two portals, like, kind of like a sandwich. And had Luna Snow do her ult in the middle. And it was like a stroke watching it. Because she's just infinitely falling super fast.
Oh,
with her, like, lights and dancing.
Her light show.
Yeah, it was crazy. Hey, Shroom, what's up? We're doing a podcast.
Hello, Shroom.
Hope you're having a wonderful day.
I don't know. I mean, my Twitter feed is filled with all sorts of things. So I see the occasional, like, Rivals meme. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Mm-hmm. I love the there was one I saw in particular. It was like, it was two Jeffs, and one of them was like wearing like a pink costume or whatever, and they was just like, oh, they're in love, and then like one fell off the cliff and the other one followed that one as well. It's like till death do us part kind of thing.
I love that. I love all the memes that have been coming out. Like, another Jeff one I love was a Jeff who tried to swallow a Magneto and failed, and then tried to take him to the cliff. And Magneto just stares at Jeff and then looks over the cliff, and the Jeff like looks up at Magneto and then slowly walks off the cliff and just commits Sudoku.
You know, out of respect, I would have thrown myself off the cliff for that Jeff, I think. If he looked at me and was like, he's just sad, staring at me with those fucking shark eyes, I'd be like, all right, you know what, you get this one.
No, look, the Magneto told Jeff to jump off the cliff, and the Jeff did.
It's
like, you
it's
failed.
one of those gamer respect things. Like, specifically in Halo, there's a vehicle called the Warthog, which is a 3-man vehicle. It's got a driver's seat, a passenger seat, and a gunner seat. You can hijack in that game, or just in the series, and you can hijack the driver, you can hijack the gunner, or the passenger. You can become one of the three.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you get, so like, let's say I hijack you hijack my turrets, I'll honestly just start driving with you around, and you can shoot at my team, and I won't stop you. It's just one of those respect things. Like, I gotta respect the code, but then I'll eventually drive us off a cliff. Like it's a matter of time. You get like 1 minute, and it's like, all right, the power up's over. We're dead now.
My dog is wanting to play so bad right now.
Why don't you get your dog a Jeff the Landshark costume?
Oh my god.
I just had that thought now. Like, you should do that.
Hey, that's mine. It's my toy.
Dog.
It's my toy.
Dog interference.
I apologize for any squeaking, that crinkling that's happening.
Oh, that's fine.
God, the memes that have come out of the game have been just absolute bangers. They're so funny to watch. Or just some of the epic saves. There's one I saw where I don't know how the Strange had like the foresight to do this, where the enemy Jeff swallowed their whole team and went to spit them off a cliff, and Strange opened a portal and saved the whole fucking team because Jeff ended up spinning it into a portal.
Oh my god. I would be mad. I'd honestly be so mad.
Is
it just more meta to throw yourself off the cliff with the whole team in your mouth at that point?
Oh yeah. But yeah, it is this, especially if you have like 3 or more people jump off the cliff, because so many people have abilities to save themselves. So there's 2 ways to do it. You either jump off the cliff, or you have no enemies around you and you can position your spit so it goes straight down into the kill box.
Yeah.
Which is a lot harder to do if you have someone up your ass, like, trying to save their teammates. So,
yeah, especially if you're trying to run away, like you're in the middle of the field and you gotta go to whatever edge of the map.
Yeah. But, honestly, like, if you have at least 3 people, the standard is to kamikaze that shit.
See, that was what I was having troubles with when I first played Jeff. I was like, well, this ult is shit. I can't do anything with it. Every time I throw somebody off a cliff, they just get back up. Yeah. But it turned out everybody I had in my mouth was always fucking... They had some kind of tech to save themselves. It's like, why?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is so satisfying, though, to have been swallowed by Jeff and then to just, like, Wolverine hop back. Or, oh my god. So Magneto has the ability to just slowly float. And I had a Jeff who made the mistake of spitting me up instead of straight out or down. So I just slowly floated back to him, and of course he spit me out in an area where there was also like a healing pack right there. So I just landed on top of a healing pack and then just eviscerated him. That's the kind of shit that lives in your heart, man.
Yeah. I don't think I've had any. I mean, I had a triple kill or like a quad kill, but I don't think I've had any epic moments just yet.
Not yet, but you will get some, and they
eventually.
So
There's
good.
one usually happens. I'm trying to think of what happened. I honestly don't remember. That was who knows how long ago. That was 2 weeks ago. It feels like a month ago. I have no sense of time anymore.
Yeah.
I've been so distracted.
Some good shit.
Yeah.
Do you have any complaints about the game so far?
Complaints? That's a good question.
You can praise the game all you want, but they do have faults, so...
I don't think I've played enough to really notice the complaint. I guess maybe technically the bot lobbies that they put you in if you're just doing super bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get you want to throw me a bone every now and then, but don't make me think I can actually go on a 20 kill streak. That I don't want that. I don't want that hype in me. That's not gonna happen. That's not real.
Yeah, I'm holding in a secret that you can't tell the girls. Hopefully they're not here. So I was playing with Kiki and Perry the other day, and we just annihilated the other team. And afterwards,
and it was a bot lobby.
I silently went and looked, and yeah, it was a bot lobby. But I don't want to tell them. I don't want to ruin Kiki's confidence because they're getting really excited about the game because they haven't played a hero shooter before. Yeah, so they are calling us the bully squad now because we bullied that team so hard. And I'm just sitting here quietly like, I can't tell them. I can't tell them
they can't know the truth.
Bots. I just have to let them think that we bullied the shit out of some people because he's like, they're probably going to be up at night thinking about us. And I'm just like, yeah,
sure.
Totally.
You gotta let them have their dreams. That honestly happened to me as well. When we played, I was muted during that match when we played it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was on a phone call, and then I was like, oh, I wonder what they talked about during that match. And I was like, man, I did really good that match. And then I think it was I forget who was the first one to say, oh yeah, that was a bot lobby. We're fighting bots. I'm like, oh, that makes me feel so bad. I thought I was doing good as Groot.
It's a punch to the dick when you find out it was a bot lobby.
It really is. It's like I thought I was doing good. I thought I was like, oh, it's kind of clicking. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, I once I started being able to recognize the bot lobbies, I just go fucking all in and just bully the shit out of them.
I would use that time to learn new characters if I knew which one was a bot lobby.
I've done that before too, because I was like, I'm gonna try Bucky. Oh, it's a bot lobby? Yeah, I'm not changing. And then I was like,
that, I don't
armed
know.
and dangerous! Again! 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 Do you know
I don't know if I have any other complaints.
I know I have a couple, but of course I can't think of them now that I've, like, said it out loud. You know what I hate? I hate getting the same fucking map 3 times in a row. That drives me insane.
So this was a question I was meaning to ask. So to me, it feels like we've only played quick play. It feels like quick play. It just kind of for the push the objective game mode on a map. Does it always rotate that you played the attacking side and then switch you to the defending side for the next match, or no?
Not always, no.
Not always, no?
It just randomly throws you wherever.
Because I see it sometimes, and then, like, I think specifically in Overwatch, it's like you take a turn. One side does it, and then the other side does it. Mm-hmm. But in this, it's like, oh, the match ends when it reaches the objective or no.
In competitive,
and I was curious about that.
It is like that. You'll attack and then defend, but in quick play, it's only one way.
Okay. Because I think we played a quick play, I think it was just 2 nights ago, where we did the same game mode on the same map 2 times in a row. Mm-hmm. For the attacking side. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And I was curious about that.
It is just very frustrating to do the same thing over and over.
Would you care if there was a voting lobby system for this game, or do you prefer it just to kind of get you in? Like, when I say like voting lobby, I say like Call of Duty, where you have your pre-game lobby of 12 people, and then there's 2 options for like voting on this map or random. Would you prefer that, or would you like it the way it is?
I do like the idea of the random. I think the random just needs to be fixed a little bit, so if it sees that some person has done the same map 3 times, it won't give it to them a 4th time. I think the choice makes it a little less fair, because there could be a map that has better choke points, and some people could be a lot better at that. I think the randomization there helps make it a little bit more fair, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially on the comp side. If there was like a party mode where you could just like pick the maps and stuff, I'd be fine with that.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. But I think for the sake of fairness, having it random is better. I just think it needs to be a little bit better at not doing the 3-peats.
As I was saying it, I was also thinking, like, I think the lobby system would just really slow the whole thing down. I feel like a part of the joy is like how quickly you can get into a game, but again, this is still a relatively new game. It's only been out for what, 3 months now?
2 months at most, because it came out in December.
2 months. So yeah, it's like I feel like that, like, there's a lot of players right now, so you're finding matches almost instantaneously, but I feel like that lobby system would potentially slow it down. I also don't see the appeal of a lobby system, because when I think of a lobby system, I think of Halo or Call of Duty. Call of Duty, at least you could change around customizations, weapons and stuff. Halo, you kind of just sat there. I don't think it would benefit here.
Yeah. Yeah, and like some of the loading is already hard enough for some people, because like I load in pretty fast, but I have a good computer, I have good internet, and sometimes, especially doing comp, you have to wait for every single person to fully load in, and it is aggravating to just be sitting there and watch someone stuck at 50%, and you're just like, I just want to play, let me in.
I want to get in there.
Yeah. I'm also really happy that this game doesn't have like the roll queue. Because that kind of forces you to play more characters, and I think with a forced role queue, it would increase the time that it takes to find a lobby. Because
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be like, oh fuck, I guess I'll just go DPS.
If everybody's queuing DPS, then it's like, well,
Yeah.
fuck the other classes.
And then I think we lose some of the fun with, like, the chaos, because right now, like, the meta is 3 supports, a DPS, and 2 tanks, I think? Or
Really?
2 DPS, 1 tank, but 3 supports is the meta currently, especially when you have characters like Jeff or Adam who can kind of, like, be the pseudo DPS, but throw in some heals every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Adam's actually really good as the third support, because one, he does have the revive in case anything happens, but also he's more DPS-y than heal. But his heals are also chain heals, so he can keep a team alive if a lot of damage happens at once. He can use his abilities.
I need to try him out next.
I gave him a chance, and I'm actually kind of enjoying him. He's a healer where you can actually be up in what's going on, you know?
You should make a personal tier list on what you think is good and like what is C tier, what is D tier, and all that after you play the last character.
People will hate me for it.
But that's content, though. We need controversy for you to like. Even if people will hate you, it's like that's your opinion. It's not
Fucking
fact.
F tier is gonna be goddamn Spider-Man.
Rip Spider-Man.
You lost all your progress in your RPG game. I'm so sorry, Seth. That's sad.
Oh, Sephiroth. Also, I agree with Ras. I agree with Ras. Everything for content.
No. I have a question for you. Are there any like outfits or drips from like the Marvel movies that you want to see as like character skins?
That's a good question. I was actually looking. So I was looking in the shop, and I don't know if some of the outfits translate well. At least not the ones I was looking at.
Yeah.
For example, I looked at Iron Man's Infinity War outfit, or it was his in-game one. I don't remember which costume it was. Mm-hmm. And I love the outfit. I think it looks amazing in the movie. But I was looking at the game, I was like, this doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just if it's an Iron Man problem, because I looked at Spider-Man with his Iron Spider suit, and I was like, that looks kind of better, but not as good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to say. If we got... So, I forget what game I'm thinking of when I say this. If we got alt costumes that change the voice lines and the character, like, if we could get a James Rhodey Iron Patriot costume, I think that'd be so cool.
Hell yeah.
Because, I mean, you don't have to change him. He's Iron Man too, essentially. Mm-hmm. He can have the same moveset. If you can just give him, like, his own voice lines and it's him, I think that'd be really neat.
Yeah. I do like what they did with Captain America, the brand new Captain America skin.
Yeah, his looked really cool. I love those little arm shields.
Yeah, I love the arm shields. And they figured out how to make it work because, you know, Cap doesn't have his shield up, but they made it work, even though it's kind of... I don't know. They figured it out. Like, I don't know how to explain it without it being, like, a visual thing.
Yeah.
But anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, you should look up the Captain America Infinity War outfit from Marvel Rivals, because Captain normally just has his one shield, but this is 2 little arm shields. But they still made
Does he put both his arms up together to form a shield?
Nope.
Oh.
It just pulls up a energy kind of looking shield, but it looks like his shield. It's weird, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. And they made it work. It doesn't, like, look jank or anything like that.
That's pretty cool.
I'm trying to think of what I would want.
We were talking about... I don't know if it's already in, but we were talking about Doctor Strange, his What If costume from, like, the Evil Sorcerer Supreme.
Yes, the Evil Sorcerer Supreme drip. Yes. Oh, I want that. I want it so bad.
I think that would go really good.
I also think the Multiverse of Madness, like, Dead Strange would go hard, too.
Oh, that'd be really cool, yeah. That would be a good Halloween skin if they could do that for like Halloween
Yeah.
time.
For real, that would be so good. I think I really want the first Avengers Loki. I want
Oh
that.
yeah, that'd be nice.
That was a good drip. That was one of Loki's best looks. Was in the
Classic
first.
fit.
Yeah, that first Avengers Loki. That shit was good.
Well, if he had the blue eyes instead of the green eyes, that'd also be just a cherry on the top.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that Loki was under Thanos' control
I
in that
think you
movie.
had reminded me when you talked about it recently, and I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing because his eyes are green in later movies and shows, but he's blue because of the Tesseract.
Yep. And they are like blue in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else would I like to see?
So this isn't a spoiler, but the new Captain America movie has Red Hulk coming out. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a Red Hulk skin for the Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it weird how that's gonna be Harrison Ford?
Wait, what?
Harrison Ford is gonna be Red Hulk.
No.
Is that not him?
But I mean, if it is him, no.
Why?
Let that
Why
man
no?
rest. That man needs to fucking. He looks like he's on the edge of his goddamn life. Okay, let him fucking rest. Pick somebody else. Pick someone who will make it to another movie.
Yeah, Harrison Ford is Red Hulk.
Jesus Christ.
It's like Deadpool 3. It's like till you're 90.
No, dude, seeing him at the Game Awards, I thought he was gonna pass out. Like, I thought he was gonna die on stage.
Oh god, I don't want that to happen. That's gonna be a super sad day.
Like, he needs to just.
But he's still doing
done.
it. Like he just keeps going.
But
He's 82 years old.
isn't there an older actor that's like got like oh no, that's Bruce Willis who's got like dementia or something.
Oh shit.
But the motherfucker keeps crashing planes, dude. He needs to stop. I wish that was
Bruce
a
Willis
joke.
is 69.
Nice.
It's not a joke. He is 69.
But I do not like that pick. I do not like that. That makes me
I mean,
really
I will
sad.
say from what I've seen in the trailer, he looks like he's doing good, I think. But honestly, I haven't watched the full trailer. I think I saw it when I went to go see a movie somewhat recently. I don't remember what the last movie I tried to see was, but honestly, this is the first I don't know what's come out since Deadpool 3. I can't remember. I remember some things. We actually talked about this, how like some movies were like hit or miss. But this is looking like another hit in my opinion, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for it.
I need to just rewatch all of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, for real, so much.
Like, there's so much stuff that I have forgotten because I used to be so obsessed with like the MCU and stuff. But especially since Endgame, I've just like kind of fallen off. And
Well,
I've
it's
lost
been
a lot of
50-50
it.
since then.
Yeah.
It's like it's either really good, pretty mid, or just awful.
I've like lost the ability to like remember the fucking timeline, and I knew that shit so well. Like I could tell you exactly what scene happened in what movies, and I knew all of the actors' heights. I knew a lot of extra information. Like, I was fucking into that shit.
It was fun. Did you ever watch that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show?
I watched
Or
some
I guess
of
any
it.
of those like I think Jessica Jones in the first
Oh my
Daredevil
god.
season.
Oh my god, Jessica Jones is fucking wild, dude.
I haven't seen any of it. I just remembered it as we were speaking about it.
David Tennant plays the bad guy, and he is fucking terrifying in that show. Like, I wish I could explain it, but it's something you have to see, because he has, like, mind control powers.
Oh.
And he uses it on women.
Oh God.
And it's so fucking like, especially as a female, that's so terrifying.
It hits right there.
Yeah,
It's very realistic in a sense.
he does a really good job of, you can tell that this man is just a fucking psychopath, and he uses his abilities to do terrible, heinous shit.
Terrifying.
And he's like obsessed with the main chick. And of course she's like super strong and stuff, so she's extra terrified of him because he made her do a bunch of like bad shit.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I need to check those shows out at some point. I've not been good on show watching lately.
And Daredevil was pretty good too, from what I remember of watching it.
He's getting
Luke
another
Cage
season,
was also
or
good.
Oh yeah, I think my dad was a big Luke Cage fan.
Yeah. They actually had like a show together, and I think there was also an Iron Fist in there, but I didn't watch the Iron Fist one. I heard it was dog shit.
I'll be honest, I didn't know Iron Fist existed until Marvel Rivals.
Yeah. Well, I wish he didn't. Cause I'm getting real fucking sick and tired of getting iron fisted.
Is he your number one, like, angry? Like, you see this character, it makes you angry? Like, you just wish you didn't have to run into him?
Currently, yes. Mainly because of that game from yesterday. There will be an ad in 4 minutes and 50 seconds, just letting you know on Twitch. But yes, Doctor Who himself. Sephiroth.
Oh.
That's who David Tennant is.
Okay.
I did watch some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I stopped watching around the time that, like, Hydra was found to be in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was when I moved, and I just didn't have, like, I couldn't watch it anymore because I didn't have cable. I forgot
that was a cable show, which is so weird.
Back in those
Back in the cable days. Back before everything was on 15 streaming services.
Yeah. So is there any characters you want to see in Marvel Rivals?
This is just what comes off the top of my head because I already mentioned him or his movie. I think Deadpool would be fun to have. Mm-hmm. But who would I bring that's not here? See, like, I'm blanking because I, like, up until they brought Fantastic Four back, I was like, oh yeah, shit, Fantastic Four is characters. Another one I thought of, maybe a tank. What if they brought in Thanos?
Yeah. I wonder if they'll ever bring in someone like Thanos, or if they'll just keep him as, like, a boss. Like they have Dracula in the current season. They had Doctor Doom last season.
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool abilities just makes pop-up ads appear on the opponent's screen. You know, it'd be funny if Deadpool never actually died, but he just laid as a head for his cooldown, and then eventually, regrew.
A pistol in his mouth, just shooting it.
Yeah. Or just, like, he was just, like, a head that can't do anything. People could pick him up and, like, throw him away and stuff.
That'd be funny. How would that work for your KD ratio? You just never die.
Yeah, well, maybe it would count as a death, but you wouldn't, like, go to the respawn area.
It would count as a kill if they took away your body. Got that to 0. Goes to his baby legs version, yeah.
Oh, God. Can you imagine baby legs Deadpool fucking running around?
Running around.
Hawkeye, get his legs!
Is there anybody you would like to see in it?
I definitely want to see Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, yeah. Can he still be voiced by Nicolas Cage?
Yes. Yes. or the old school. Oh God, why do I always forget his name? He played the older Ghost Rider in the movie. He's got like the deep Southern voice.
I don't think I've seen that one.
What?
I don't think I've seen whatever you're describing. I just know the Nicolas Cage ones.
Yeah, the Nicolas Cage one.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
It's
been a while.
The old Ghost Rider, he had like a fire horse.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I just know the motorcycle.
Yeah, because there's Nicolas Cage, but in that movie there was his
There was
predecessor.
one before him.
The guy who was a Ghost Rider before him, and he's played by a very famous actor that I cannot remember his name. He also does the Ford truck commercials. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did have Ghost Rider. I just never got to that point in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I know Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had that, so in Thor 4, well, Thor 1, 2, and 4, there was like those band of like friends he had.
Yeah.
And then in, I forget if it was 3 when they got murked by Hela.
Yeah.
But we like never saw, what's her name? I can't remember her name.
Sif?
But, yeah, Sif. And then she appeared in 4, but I read like after the fact, it's like, oh yeah, she also appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was like, oh shit, really?
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Yes, they found some sort of like staff in that show that made people go into like a berserker rage. And I think that's when she showed up because it was an Asgardian thing.
Yeah.
But I do also want, like, I don't know if it'll be possible because he's technically Dark Horse, but he's shown up in Marvel and also DC. But I would love Hellboy.
Oh yeah, he has a movie coming out, doesn't he?
Wait, does he?
I don't know. I feel like I've heard about Hellboy recently, relatively.
There was an movie that came out a couple years ago, and then the old movies that are so good. Kang the Conqueror. He would definitely be a fucking boss of a season.
Okay, yeah, Hellboy the Crooked Man, which is a second reboot of the franchise, is supposed to release in... Wait. It's supposed to release in 2024? What? Oh, it did come out last year.
Wait, what?
There was a Hellboy movie that came out.
No way.
Yeah, it's apparently, it looks like it did awful because the reviews are low. Look up Hellboy the Crooked Man.
The Crooked Man.
It's a superhero horror film, it's called.
Jack Kesey? Who the fuck is this guy?
Release date came out October 8th.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, I know there's a Hellboy movie that is coming out, or came out. I guess it did so bad I didn't even know it released.
Oh my god, now we have to watch this shit. It'll never be as good as Ron Perlman, though.
Speaking of, like, older movies, this is more of a DC thing, but have you seen, like, the old Constantine movie?
Yes.
It was good. I saw that at my grandma's. It was fun.
I fucking love it. It's Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah, it is.
I'm
still not good with my actors. Like a popular actor can be like on screen. I'll be like, who is that again? Besides a select few.
I think that's one of the movies where he was like, he wishes they had made a sequel.
Yeah.
But that's one of the movies that ended up making me fall in love with Keanu Reeves. That, The Matrix, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Like, I loved it before John Wick. I liked it before everyone else.
I liked it before it was cool. I still need to watch John Wick. I haven't seen those movies, even though they're completely up my alley.
Dude, oh my god. Like, I'm... There's one scene in the first movie that made me just go, alright, I'm fucking in. And that was when one of the characters, like, calls another one, and he's like, I heard you hit my son. And the guy on the phone goes, yeah. He stole John Wick's car and killed his dog. And the guy goes, oh. And then hangs up. And it's like some mafia boss guy. And he's just like, oh.
We're fucked.
Most powerful I've ever seen in a movie. And oh my god. Oh. Kills with the fucking pencil. Some Joker shit right there.
Off topic, Rastblade says, I've been just looking at the Power Wash gameplay in the background, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I keep looking at it too, and I'm like, I've gotta distract myself with something else, because holy shit.
I keep looking at it in the background. I have it on the second monitor, so I keep looking over there as well.
Let me, I need to get a list of movies to just add for movie night. Alright, because we've said like
We need to put We need to put on the Dead Space animated movies now that you're into Dead Space.
Oh yeah, you're right. You were right. So let me see.
Which, I guess, switching over from Marvel talk, we'll talk about Dead Space a little bit. How are you enjoying it so far?
Um, 1 second. I'm writing down movies. Dead Space
Yeah.
movies. Dead Space. I want to add Batman to this list with the Joker.
With the Joker.
The Heath Ledger Joker ones. Oh, John Wick. Okay. I mean, I'm enjoying them, but they're very easily frustrating to me. Like, I enjoy them, but they're definitely games of their time. I think the biggest frustration is the inability.
2008 and 2010, respectively, I think.
Yeah. I think my biggest frustration is being unable to change keybinds.
Which, I don't know why. That might be a PC port problem that it won't let you. Because well, actually, I never tested about changing controller keybinds because I just use controller whenever I play it on Xbox. But I was like, I don't know why it literally has no brightness option for you. The game is so dark
it's
all the
grayed
time.
out for brightness. I cannot change my keybinds. It is so frustrating. And then they keep getting rid of my train. Power is right. They keep fucking taking my train away from me.
Every time you find a train, I'm just like, all right, how long before the game just takes it away from you?
I just
I don't even
turn
know why it
around.
does it, because sometimes when you walk through that like certain spots, like I don't assume those are loading sections that you like a loading line that you walk past, but just gets rid of it.
It just, I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's the biggest horseshit ever. Like, the worst one though was getting sucked out of the airlock. The train getting sucked out of the airlock.
That is one of my favorite all-time stream moments of years so far. I think that you know how like YouTube has the videos like when video game players become five-star AAA actors. I think you screaming "my train" was so visceral.
I feel so sorry for my neighbors.
And like I knew what was coming up. Like I knew that window was gonna blow because that's a scripted scene. Like there's no avoiding that one specifically. And I was like, is what I think gonna happen? Because I saw you take the train and I was like, I think I know what's gonna happen. And then it did. I was like, oh my god.
I need to make a short out of that because oh my god. I felt that scream in my own soul.
It was so good. Oh my god. I love those games to death. I think they are so fun. They're incredible. Sadly with like EA being EA, 2 was made to be more actiony specifically, and then 3 was like it's more action game than horror game. Like at least 2 it still has elements, but 3 is like and you're killing everything essentially, or it just took away a lot of the horror elements. Even I love the co-op. The co-op is fun, but by having a second player, it removes all the seriousness of the situation because part of the appeal of the scary was being by yourself.
Yeah.
And when you have that second player, for example, if it was you and me playing co-op, we would just be chatting the shit, and it's like, oh, there's a necromorph. Oh, it popped out of the snow. We killed it, and we would move on. There's no real fear factor.
Yeah.
Which is what leads to me to one of my gripes with the game is co-op is good because of the co-op character. I forget what his name is. But you know how like you're playing Dead Space 1 and 2 and you're like seeing all these shit like all these flashes and so much shit going on?
Yeah.
This isn't a spoiler, but that basically is gone from Dead Space 3. You won't see that happen unless you play this co-op character. That won't happen, but you have a kid who passed away due to like an event, and you're going through these areas, and for you specifically, if you're player 1, you're seeing these coffins that literally say human remains, and boxes are just the normal boxes. But for me, the second character, I'm seeing what looks like giant nutcrackers or giant presents. Like I'm seeing things that are not supposed to be there. Why is there a giant toy soldier right here? And it's just co-op is really cool for that regard, but
oh my god,
you lose out on the scare.
That's wild.
I'm excited for you for Dead Space 2 because there's some cool moments coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dead Space 2 is my favorite of the bunch as well. So it's like I'm like, oh, when is she gonna get to this? When is she gonna get to this?
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
and it's refreshing to hear your perspective on things because I've played the game so many times. I'm like, I know what happens. I know what's gonna happen. I've lost that perspective of coming in new.
Yeah.
And you had that moment where you're fighting that one boss in that gunship, and it's like, yeah, obviously I knew I had to shoot the things on the left, but you didn't. So it's like, oh, I see the flaw in this section now.
Yeah. I wonder how much of like watching me play where it's both frustrating and eye-opening seeing it from like the other perspective, because like once it's like told to you, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But like in the moment when you're being sucked through space and you have a giant monster like flailing you around, like I'm focused on the big monster where every time I've gotten yanked, you shoot at the monster. This is the first instance where instead of shooting at the monster, you have to shoot at something off to the side.
And I was talking to somebody about that last night. I was talking to Shadow. I was saying Arlo has a point with how angry she got with this moment because nearly every situation where you fight a big bad monster like that, it is never you shoot something else. It is only if you shoot the monster.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, she has a point. That's not great, but I'm just so used to it that it feels second nature. Oh, I got to shoot that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
going in new, it's like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, when I went in new, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so angry and frustrated in this moment because like that did not seem like the default answer to, I guess, basically this puzzle. And it didn't help that I had already died like 3 or 4 times before that because like I couldn't shoot it fast enough and I died before I could really have a chance to like react. Then I finally like switched guns and was able to do something.
You were using the line gun, and it was driving me crazy. I was like, please use like the pulse rifle. I was like, please. Yeah. You and your goddamn not using stasis is giving me psychic damage.
You told me you want me to use it, so now I definitely can't. Like it's...
You're lucky you're on easy because otherwise you'd be using it more.
Yeah. But
honestly, you could probably make by on normal without using stasis, but on hard and zealot, you do need it.
I don't know. I'm a pro gamer, man.
Pro gamer beats the makes a video, beat the whole game without using stasis.
Yeah. Other than the ones you have to do because like you can't.
Well, there's always a caveat to those types of videos. There's always like the one exception. It's like, okay, the game isn't technically beatable without it, but you gotta do this one thing, and then yeah, it's beatable.
Yeah, but no, like using it like to fight monsters and shit.
Yeah.
Like no using the stasis on the back to fight monsters. Do the canisters count?
I would count it. I hate myself, so I would count it. I'd be like, oh, I want to make this harder for myself. I don't know why I do that.
Why do you do that? What the fuck, man?
I don't know. I guess like I am a pro gamer as well, so I'm like, I know what my limitations are. When I was playing Mass Effect and I went into Mass Effect 2, I was like, I know I can beat it on Insanity. I was like, do people want to see me play it on Insanity? And it's just a thing. I'm just like, I always want to add another level. I always want to add another aspect or challenge to it.
Yeah. But yeah, other than the frustrations I've been having, I've like been enjoying it. I love the story. Like one of my biggest things about like why I love horror is because I feel like horror tends to have a lot of good stories that tend to get overlooked. There's a lot of like mystery that needs to be solved when it comes to horror games and horror movies and just the horror genre in general. So I've really been enjoying like the story side of everything. I do like now that we have more audio coming from Isaac. It kind of gives more insight into what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
First game, he's just the silent protagonist, and I'm just sitting there like, are you fucking psychopath? You got some crazy shit going on, and you're just standing there like.
It's sad. It really is. And I was like, hey, if you look at the objectives, it'll give you like Isaac's personal notes or thoughts on the thing, and that's like his only characterization in the entire first game.
Yeah, I think the hard thing about that though is like the buttons to get to that are so unintuitive
Well, I think
that,
that's a PC problem.
yeah, that I just didn't want to. I didn't want to do it.
Because a controller, it's as simple as left bumper, right bumper, or R1 and L1, I think.
Yeah, but like, and there's no like easy way to like look up what. I mean, I could go into the settings every fucking time I want to remember. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, it just. Ugh.
I love how they switched up your Dead Space 1 to Dead Space 2, how escape used to get you out of your little inventory, and now it's tab.
Yeah, that's so annoying. It's tab and F.
Tab and F.
Yeah, depending on what screen I'm on, I have to hit tab or F. Because if I'm in like the store, if I hit tab, it just cycles me between store, inventory, and storage.
Mm-hmm.
I have to hit F to get out.
F.
And
That's so funny.
I'm hating that the zero, like to go into like the zero gravity mode to fly around is Alt.
That's such a weird button.
It's so awkward because like I have to like curl my, I guess I could hit it with my thumb, but I'm not used to moving my thumb underneath my fingers when I play. I'm used to like moving the finger that's on the D down, but that's such an awkward angle.
Than me. I would just move my whole left hand just to click Alt. I am not keeping my hand.
That's what I do. That's what I have to do. That's why it takes me so fucking long. So if there's any QuickTime events where I need to like get off the ground and go in the air, we're fucked. We are boned, my dude.
I think that last sequence where you were like shot through space is the only like QuickTime event 0G moment. Which even that's not 0G. That's
that's being launched through space.
I love that moment. I love that moment. Somebody put Freebird to that moment, and when that happened on your stream, I was like, "Oh, somebody get the Freebird ready."
Let me
Freebird guitar solo.
High, free. Did you finally tear apart your toy?
Did she get through it?
Yeah, she did. Oh,
how long did it last?
Dead. Since Christmas, honestly, which is fucking wild because it's a dollar store
hey, that's
toy.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Is
that man still dying at the dollar store?
Oh yeah. Hydrate. Okay, you have to hydrate too.
I will hydrate as well because I realized I haven't taken a sip in a long time.
Dude, it's dead now. It's gone. It's gone.
There we go.
It's dead. You did that. Don't you huff at me. That was you.
When you're fighting your dog.
She looks so sad now.
She's like, what do I do now? She needs a new one now.
Go play with one of your other toys. Go play with the dinosaur. I paid like $20 for that. Go play with that. Hey. Go play with your dinosaur. No, not me. Go play with your dinosaur.
She wants to play with you.
Stop playing with that. You're gonna get sick.
Sounded like she got taken by her dog. She just disappeared.
Oh shit, they hydrated 3 times.
Yeah, they did.
That's the last of my water.
Oh no.
I filled
down
it
to
up
Dr.
before the
Pepper.
stream. Oh my god, my brain, Dead Space.
What was your
Dead
brain
Space.
just thinking of?
I need to go back to Dead Space. I'm excited to see where the 3rd game takes us.
I will say the setting of the 3rd game I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
It's just the story and everything else is kind of
Meh.
You'll see when you get there. It
Okay.
changes a lot because
Yeah.
EA wanted to make it an action game more, and that's the reason why the Dead Space series didn't survive is because EA put like this was when EA was still in their like well, they're still in their evil era. I guess they're a little bit less evil now, but they were like really in their evil era back then.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, if Dead Space doesn't sell like this many copies, we're not continuing the series. And I think I think it was like 1 million copies or something, and I think Dead Space 3 only sold like 640,000 or something like that. I forget what the numbers were.
Oh, stop! Power, stop!
Oh no. I can't hydrate some posture checks. What was it? Dead Space 3 copies sold. I'm curious.
I don't have water!
Now they're doing it to you. They did it to me all the time. It
I
sold
had
605,000 copies in North America during its debut month.
Oh.
But
Is
sales
EA
were
the one
more
that made
than...
the remake?
Yes, it was actually kind of crazy when they announced the remake, and we were like the Dead Space community was like really worried. It's like, oh, is this going to be another situation where if it doesn't sell as much, it's not going to get a continuation? And it sold really well, but I don't like EA just got such high expectations that they're like, if it doesn't sell even more, we
Yeah.
might not continue it. Which I'm not sure what the state of it is right now.
Yeah.
I would love for them to remake 2 because I think the remake of 1 is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I was gonna say, what's your
Um,
opinion on it? Because I know that when they did it, they actually got a bunch of content
um,
creators that were like huge fans of the Dead Space
yeah.
franchise in order to like help keep them on the right track so they didn't fuck it up, so that they would actually do it justice and do a good job. I think Markiplier was one of them. I think Jack Patillo talked about it as well.
Michael Jones also.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's funny because I told you this little tip, but if you use a power node, let's say your plasma cutter is down to like either you have nothing ammo wise in your plasma cutter, or if you have like 3 shots, if you upgrade the capacity, it will give you a full magazine on top of what you have. Same thing with your health.
I didn't get health back when I updated it.
I think you
or-
might have been full health.
Oh, maybe that's just in the remake?
No. That's been a thing since like the first game.
Because I tested it and it didn't work.
I'll have to look back at it. If you know where that moment is, I can try and find it. But Michael Jones was like, when they had him in the betas or the playtesting, he was like, "Hey, can you? It's not a big deal, but can you do this? Like, this is just a thing I remember about the game." And they were like, "Yeah," and then they did it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Hell
like
yeah.
one of the few things I know.
I love when they actually listen to the fans. Like, there's a good balance between listening to the fans about like what to do and also knowing when not to listen to them. Because there's a lot of people that want things that honestly are not gonna work.
Yeah.
Which I think was, not to bring up Rooster Teeth, but to bring up Rooster Teeth, one of Rooster Teeth's failings with Ruby was they listened to the fans too much, and I think that caused the story to go downhill, because if you can't lose the integrity of what it is just to appease people.
I have subreddits that pop up because I view like another subreddit. Like if I look at Rooster Teeth, I'll see Red vs. Blue typically. I've been getting Ruby Critics subreddit all the time lately, and I've just been looking at people.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, I'm mad about Bumblebee. And I'm like, yeah, I'm mad too, but I'm not making a Reddit post however many years later.
Yeah.
Although I never watched season 9, so I guess maybe there's a little bit I'm missing that is still annoying there.
I'll just complain about it on a podcast instead.
Yeah.
I only complain when I feel like it comes out of left field, because like I was already a big fan of Blake and Sun as a combo. So hearing about Blake and Yang being a couple made me mad, especially because like I feel like the internet has this bad tendency to see people who are close friends and go, "Oh, they want to fuck."
Do you know the cartoon show Star versus the Forces of Evil, or Star Butterfly versus the Forces of Evil? It was a Disney show.
I've heard of it, but I never watched it.
Me and my partner, we watched it. It has like 4 seasons. Season 1 was really good. Season 2 was, I don't remember season 2 actually, but there was like a really good villain. There was a really good antagonist. And it ended off strong with season 1, and then season 2 was also good. But then season 3 kind of did a setting change, and then also there's a wide cast of characters. So there's a lot of like teenagers and whatnot, and then it's like, oh, this is Star's ex, demon prince guy, but now she kind of likes Marco, which is the other main character, and Marco likes this other guy, other girl named Janet, and then it's like, just to cliff notes this, they go to this ballroom dance that's supposed to be like, oh, if you dance with something under the red blood moon, you fall in love with them forever. But then it's like, oh, we actually didn't like each other. But then it's like, oh, wait, we did like each other. And then it's just back and forth. And shipping culture just kind of hurt that show a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, shipping culture is... As someone who watched Supernatural a lot in their younger years, I got fucking real sick and tired of the Destiel shit. That's the Dean and Cass stuff.
Yeah. I've only seen a little bit of Supernatural. I saw an episode in like high school when my teacher put it on, and that's about it. It was a fun show.
Yeah,
I liked it from the one episode I saw.
The show is so good. Like, I mean, and for the first 5 seasons, those are definitely the strongest, and then it kind of goes downhill after that.
How many seasons does that show have? It has like 10, doesn't it?
It's got like 12 or 14.
Holy.
Or maybe 15. It's got way too many. It was actually gonna end at season 5, but it ended up going on longer, and it eventually gets to a point where I'm just sitting there like, the 2 characters who are supposed to be about saving people, hunting things, the family business, are now like, well, this one brother did something to piss off the other brother, and now they're like fighting. Or the season is, oh my god, I'm gonna lose my brother, and I'm gonna like basically let the world fall apart in order to let him live. Like, there's so many of the bad things that happen where it could have been solved by just, I know it sounds bad, letting the other brother die. Just fucking like let them go.
Brings up the conversation. It's like, for the greater good. But I think that's a problem with is bloat. If you have something that's successful, executives are like, keep on going. We want it to keep on going, and then it's just like it's the snake eating its own tail. Essentially, it just keeps on going until it hurts its own body.
Yeah, and I definitely think that happened. I mean, there was a lot of stuff I really liked that happened in the later seasons, but there was a lot of stuff I didn't like. Like, they ended up killing off a character who even the actor was pissed that they did it. And I was very frustrated when they killed off that character. And then they kind of changed some characters later on. Like, they kind of had to, but it like, when you make the devil less scary and more like a fucking joke character, because like he's no longer the big bad, it doesn't ring as well. Because when they brought in fucking Lucifer in season 4 or 5, like, he was scary, man. Like, he was a big bad, and he might not necessarily been there the whole time, but every time he showed up, he kind of had a commanding presence. But later on, he's kind of treated as a fucking joke character, and it kind of just made me annoyed, because at that point, just don't use him anymore. Like, keep him locked up.
If the character is providing nothing, then it's like, well, probably just leave him for maybe when the big shit goes down, or just don't make his presence every time comical or just not as impactful. Just use it when you need to.
Yeah. When a character that was a big bad is kind of reduced to just comedic relief, it makes me annoyed. Unless it's like Frieza, that shit's kind of funny. But you always have the idea that he could do something bad, but like, the way it was handled, I just wasn't a fan of, honestly. Unless they were gonna go on some sort of like redeeming arc, which never happened, that I know of. Then just what's the fucking point, man?
What is the point at that point?
Yeah.
Trying to think of other shows that might have done the same thing for me, but I think the only ones I have are Ruby and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Like, it's just those 2 shows I know got bad because they just went too long or just lost their vision.
Yeah. It is sad when a show loses its vision. Like, you see season 1, and then you see whatever season comes later down the line, and you're just like, okay, but how did we get here, man? How did we get from point A to point B? Like, this shit's crazy.
Like, Gravity Falls, the guy who made that, he was told to either stop doing something or the show would get canceled. He's like, well, fuck you, I'm going to do it anyway, and then ended the show after 2 seasons.
Yeah. Oh my god, Gravity Falls is a masterpiece. God, now I'm thinking of, like, there's definitely anime that have dragged on and been a problem. Oh my god, fucking Naruto, man.
Yeah, Naruto Shippuden and all the filler came to
Oh
mind.
my god.
I
Not
know that
even
was
just the
the
filler. Oh my god, as soon as I got rid of Madara, that shit was just downhill, man. They're
Yep.
like, oh, we wrote ourselves into a corner. Uh-oh. Let's bring this, this chakra goddess.
And it's like she was talked about, her, like she was referenced before this point, but it was just so sudden.
Yeah.
There's no build up for her.
It also just felt like at the very end is like, oh, well, I'm a dude manipulating this dude who's manipulating another dude who's manipulating another dude. And it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, how many layers of manipulation? Like, no, I wasn't being played, you were being played, but then that guy was being played, and that... Fucking hell,
Yeah.
man. Like...
Ninja history doesn't matter. It was all me. Shut the fuck up.
Like, Toby was a mastermind, but he actually wasn't mastermind. It was actually Madara, but Madara wasn't the mastermind. It was actually Zetsu, but Zetsu wasn't actually the mastermind. It was actually Kage. Like,
Yeah.
I doubt...
It's frustrating.
That just felt like I wrote myself into a corner and I don't know where to go from here.
Honestly, probably. It really is the meme. It's like aliens.
I have to go to the bathroom really bad. Is it alright if I run real quick?
Well, it's 2:00 now. I basically gotta go. So I think that's a good place to stop.
Fuck it, we ball. That's an hour and 40 minutes. I think that's a decent podcast.
Yeah. And I think it'll be fun to see what more we do with this.
Yeah. So if you guys liked the podcast, let us know what you did like. Let us know what you didn't like, what you'd like to see change, all that kind of stuff. So if we continue doing this, we know what to work on, what to change. If you have any topics that you'd like us to, discuss,
Yeah, submit
let us
topic.
know.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. We'd love some topics submissions, any idea submissions, anything like that. I hope this test went well. You got anything to say?
I had a lot of fun doing it. I mean, I was without like ripping off of you is it's very easy for me. So it's like even if there's nothing to be said, I know what to say sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can come up with an idea. I could never do this on my own. I could never just. Yeah, I mean I can, but not in this regard. Not as good. So thanks for having me. Thanks for letting us do this idea.
Yeah. I mean, I had fun. I hope people enjoyed it, and then maybe we'll continue on. We'll have to think of a name and all that kind of stuff. Again, I'm sorry, Grand, but I will be probably streaming later as well. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Some more rivals, maybe, or
Hyper, Grid, and I think Zier. I think we're playing Liar's Bar.
Ooh.
But I don't know. We'll see.
That'll be fun.
I would prefer Lethal, but...
Monday.
Monday!
That reminds me, I just now checked. Choco says I'm in for 100% more Erlo. So yeah, Lethal for Monday.
Yay!
Alright, everybody, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you like what you saw, remember to just let us know. In any way you can. I'm watching the Joker blow up the video in the background. Oh, thank you for the follow. Whoever followed, we're at 69 followers. I appreciate it.
We got to 69.
We got funny number. Nice.
Oh my god, it's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. But yeah, we will see you next time. We'll try to keep everyone updated. Well,
awesome, rats. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. But yeah, we'll try to keep everyone updated. If you want more podcast episodes, just let us know.
Yeah.
Follow Matt on Twitter at... What's your at?
It's just MechaMatt 0, I think.
Follow him at MechaMatt0. Follow me at Erlamast ITCV. Also on YouTube, Reddit, all that fun stuff. And hope to see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.